Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about my wants and desires for the next Nintendo console that's coming out sometime, hopefully in the next few years. And you might be thinking to yourself, okay, John, why the heck are you talking about the next Nintendo console? The Switch only came out just a few years ago, and the next set of consoles is the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. What's up here? Well, I'm glad you asked, my friend. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because recently I've been going back in history, and I've been taking a look at old gaming consoles and also old gaming handhelds, specifically the old Xboxes, the old PlayStations, and the old Nintendo consoles. And going back, you get to not only understand where the original concept of those things came from, but it's so weird to just think about like certain features that we take for granted being modernized for them. That was next gen, and you can fully understand the memes and embrace what it's like to be a true owner of said console. And now that I've also gotten more familiar with it, there's certain things that I didn't know that I would want on the next generation of Nintendo consoles. So since Nintendo has their own thing, I wanted to end up making my video now, so hopefully it will influence them. So Nintendo, if you are watching this, please consider these ideas. I love your guys' company, and I know this will do well for your company, so here it goes. So let's talk about my ideas or my wants for the next Nintendo console. Specifically, one of the first things, and this is no particular order or anything, one of the things I want to have straight away is I want to have more M-rated games. Now, I know what you're thinking, Nintendo. You're a family-friendly brand. You're Nintendo, after all. Your things are mostly Mario and Zelda, and you've only dabbled so much in M-rated games. So I know you can do it, but you usually hesitate. I'm not necessarily saying that you need to have something like GTA 5, on your next console. You don't need to have something that strict. But I was thinking that, honestly, you could go back to some of the things that you used to do. Like, for example, I honestly miss when you guys used to make modern versions of your guys' take on, let's say, something like Call of Duty. I know some people memed about Call of Duty on the DS and the Wii and how they're technically ports, but I would still like to see you guys take a shot at making a Call of Duty game, or even an FPS game of some kind of caliber like Battlefield on a Nintendo console, because I think that would be very cool. Can you imagine if we had something like, let's say, Modern Warfare 2019 have crossplay on the Switch? Can you imagine how cool that would be to play Switch with your buddies on Xbox or PlayStation or even PC? That would be really cool in my opinion. I think that it would honestly be better for Nintendo to be able to open up more of their game library and be able to welcome in new people and new fans, and hopefully, who knows, maybe they'll end up buying your console because of the fact that they can play with their buddies, and there would be more of a game library. So I think you should dabble more in M-rated games, because the last time we ever saw something like, let's say, Call of Duty on a Nintendo platform was Call of Duty Ghosts on the Wii U. So there's not been a Call of Duty since Ghosts on a Nintendo console, which, to be honest, that's, I can understand with the skill-based matchmaking and the supply drops, but now that those are hopefully calming down, you should dabble back into it, because also as well is that another thing with Nintendo games that I've noticed is that with Nintendo games, usually the player base is very chill. I don't necessarily know if one equals the other, but Nintendo Online is not nearly as sweaty as Xbox and PlayStation Online, because most of the time, either it's little kids or it's very casual, is what I've noticed. So please open your library by making more M-rated games, or more for the adults, because there is some adults that are, have been playing since way back in the day, such as the first Nintendo, and would like to still play your games, but have a little bit more of a different type of taste, if that makes any sense. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about for the next Nintendo console is I want to end up having better Nintendo Live or better online play. Nintendo is, I know you guys are mostly known for your LAN play, but I can see that with things such as your Smash tournaments, you're obviously trying to go more the online route, and I need to end up having better stable connections and better online multiplayer capabilities in order for me to end up getting the most out of your games. I would like to have a decent party chat system, or even game chat system, not like the text chat bubbles that you predetermine. I want to be able to verbally speak on Nintendo. And I understand that you might be worried about the kid thing, but you gotta understand is that there's such thing as a parental control. You can just make it so that way kids don't play online, or you have very strict parental controls. I know you have them, and you've done them for other things before. So I would like to be able to play in a party with my buddies or in game chat, even if there's no party, and just be able to talk and enjoy, and have stable connections too. That's also another thing. These are kind of one and the same with the online. I just group this in online instead of making this two separates, but also just please have stable connections, because I haven't played Nintendo Online features since the Wii, and the Wii and the Switch, like they're both kind of, I mean, the Switch is better than the Wii, but they're both really iffy. So please end up fixing your connections, because it's still only barely getting by. I would really just appreciate if you would work on those. The next thing also for the next set of Nintendo's consoles is I want to be able to have backwards compatibility. Nintendo is usually pretty good at this. Like, for example, even way back in the day, like, let's say take something like the Game Boy, or the GameCube, or I mean, heck, even stuff like any other Nintendo console. Like, I believe even the SNES played NES games. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I think they did. So Nintendo had crossplay for a while, but I would love to see if you could play like the old Smash Bros. Games on a next Nintendo console, or the old Zelda games, not remastered, just the old one in the original copy, or same thing with Mario games. And I'm talking about way back from NES all the way to the Switch. Like, seriously, that would be really cool if I could expand my game library with older games too, because as much as I like remasters with better graphics, I really just don't feel like the need to buy the same game twice, unless it's just either really, really, really well done remaster, or just basically like a redo of the game, almost like a reimagining. So I would love to see the backwards compatibility features be brought back, because even things, you know, such as like when early in the days of Nintendo, back way in the day, there was things like backwards compatibility. The GameCube on the bottom has like several ports. There's like 3 different ports for just several different backwards compatible features. That's just ridiculous. So I'd like to see backwards compatibility for sure. And then also, this is just specific to me. I don't know if anybody actually necessarily wants it, but I would like to believe people do. I would like to see a portability feature come back. I would love how the Switch is portable, and it's also a home console. That's probably my favorite thing about the whole entire thing about the Switch. The Switch being portable and a home console is like the best thing ever, because there's been so many times that I don't necessarily like feel like sitting up in a chair or being necessarily at my gaming setup, and I just want to be able to take the exact same game out with me, and I've never been able to do that before without, like, let's say getting a downgrade and making a handheld version. But with the Switch, it's the exact same version. I'm taking the console one and making it portable with the same graphics, same stats, same everything, and I don't feel like it's really a loss. So if I can be able to have it where it's portable again, not like the Wii U portable, but Switch portable where I can take it anywhere, that would be blissful. Please consider doing that. And then also, I would say really the last thing, and this is probably a big one, at least in my eyes, is with the Switch, right? One of the things that you guys ended up having that I really did like about it is that for your online features, you ended up doing this thing where you had old NES and SNES games as a separate app that you could download, and you get to play a whole bunch of those old games for free. Now, for me, I did not know that, and I also didn't know that this was a feature such as things like on the Wii had this as well. Wii had even N64 and GameCube games. But I like the idea of almost incentivizing your online player base. So what I would like to encourage you to do is to not necessarily go, like, let's say, the Activision route or whatever, but I would like to see you guys maybe dabble in more free, cool gifts and features just towards your online system. I know I could have made this more towards the online option, but it's more specific than that. Good business tactics is really what I'm looking at here. This is the proper way I want to word it, is good business strategies, good business tactics, and good ethics as well. Please, please, please do not become a supply drop casino. Please do not become a skill-based matchmaking haven. Like, do not become something that you despise, or at least the fans despise. I would encourage you guys to dabble in making more remasters or ports of your old games, for sure. And I would also as well like to see you guys do things like, I don't know, monthly giveaways. Kind of like how you used to do the original Nintendo Plus, or the original Nintendo clubs, where you end up having where, hey, you guys are part of this club, and you can get something like a free Mario hat, or you can get like a statue of Link, or you can get a download to a specific game from this or here. I would like to see you guys bring back good ethics and not necessarily fall into the ways of somebody like, let's say, Activision or EA. But anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys ended up enjoying. If you did, please consider dropping a thumbs up. It's always greatly appreciated. And subscribe if you guys are new around here, because it's also greatly appreciated. I'll let you guys know when I'm uploading another video next. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, so if you guys want to be able to help me out with that, please do. You will not regret it, and you will enjoy more memes and spicy, spicy games. I hope you guys have a good one. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching, guys, and peace out.